think what makes a good leader is somebody who really cares about the people they work with, somebody who takes charge and does what's best for everyone.
Leadership is really important for everybody, whether it is in school and classes or in a job, to make sure that everybody's successful moving forward. I think a good leader is somebody who listens and really takes into account everybody's input, and then is willing to go ahead and make hard decisions, because sometimes you have to make hard decisions in leadership positions. Sometimes it's not the popular decision, but it's the best thing at the time.
I think a good leader is somebody who always has goals in mind and is hardworking towards those goals and is positive and leads people to those goals with them.
So a good leader to me is someone who sets the example, not just for one person but for everyone. So in this case I would say who sets a great example for their staff and their students.
Yeah, for sure. I think we have so many amazing things in this school to be grateful for, and that's definitely coming from the leadership that we have here. I don't know, it's something you look up to, I think, and you want to be better for, and you want to, strive to be more like, and I think that it's definitely like a role model for me, and that's definitely what we have.
I think a role model and a friend, someone who is supportive and feel like you can easily go to them and is able to listen to you. So it doesn't just make their own rules, but wants to listen to everyone.
Yeah, I want to piggyback off of that, but when I think about a leader, I just think about someone who is not quick to be the one to talk, but to listen first and hear different opinions and wanting to be more understanding before making any decisions. But yeah, I think just being quick to listen first before making anything.
I think also a friend.
Yeah.
I think good leadership really starts with, you are the example, so good leaders will be the example that they're trying to portray to their either their co-workers or students, and that's really where it starts.
I think a good leader is someone that can definitely be looked up to, someone that you admire, that you feel like you can follow, and they're always motivated, they're driven, and I think that's what's most important.
I think good leaders definitely have to be confident and able to talk to other people, definitely able to communicate, and ready with lots of good ideas.
I feel like a great leader is somebody who knows how to care for students and care for staff, but then also knows where that line is, and to keep people and students accountable and make sure that we're all feeling like a good community. But without that structure, it wouldn't be a strong community. So somehow they've got to be able to bridge both of those ideas and to keep us all happy, healthy, and strong.
Leadership to me is somebody that's willing to sacrifice for the people that they're leading. They're not a boss in the sense that they just pass down orders, but instead they also act on those orders and they lead by example. And I think that's very nice. They lead with compassion, with love, and people follow those type of leaders. I think that's what leadership is.
I can think of three qualities that, three things that would qualify one as a good leader. One is overall knowledge, because you have to know things to be able to speak about them. Another one is self-confidence. You have to believe in yourself before anyone else can believe in you. And three, communication skills, because you have to be able to persuade people to believe in you and persuade people to follow you.
My name is Claudia Meyer, and I'm the principal at Guadalupe Centers Middle School, the very proud principal.
Okay, and what do you love most about being a principal?
What do I love most about being a principal? I love the kids. The kids are what keeps us coming back every day. I love my staff. I think they're wonderful to work with. They're very hardworking, and they are used to high expectations, and they step up to the plate every time.
How would you describe your students and staff at GCMS?
I would describe my students and staff at GCMS as my family. They're very hardworking. They are always trying to think outside of the box to include activities for our kids that are that provide academic growth, that provide also social emotional outlets, and just wonderful. They're wonderful people.
What is your name?
Mrs. Williams.
And what do you love most about being a principal?
One of the things I love most about being a principal is seeing the progress that all of the students have made across the school year. I deal with a lot of students in regards to discipline, but that's not my favorite part, but with dealing with kids with discipline, I've seen a lot of kids grow across this school year and make huge changes in their behavior and just really mature and learn from their mistakes. And so that hands down has got to be one of my favorite things about being a vice principal.
And how would you describe your students and staff at GCMS?
How would I describe the students and staff at GCMS? I would describe them as very passionate. Our students, when there's something that they love, like shoes and different things, or activities that they're really involved in, they're very passionate. They always talk about it, and I love that. And our staff is passionate about their interests as well, but everyone truly wants our students to be successful here, and just we all feel like a big family.
Say thank you to Mrs. Meyer and Mrs. Williams. Y'all are great leaders of this school, and I really do appreciate you so much. Y'all are huge role models to me, and I look up to you all.
I agree with everything he said, and I feel very fortunate to have great leaders in the building that I know that support me and that I can also learn from. And it's inspiring to have good leadership. It goes top to bottom and all the way through.
Our principals for doing such an outstanding job, and the support that they give us daily.
Big thank you to Mrs. Meyer and Mrs. Williams for leading our school and being awesome in that capacity, but also just personally taking a chance on bringing a new person into this school. And it is just my second year teaching, and you have faith in me to take on some different challenges, and I really appreciate that. It makes me feel empowered to keep going.
I want to thank you, Miss Meyer and Miss Williams, for making our school a great place to work and to learn for the kids. You guys are awesome.
So my favorite memory about Mrs. Meyer, I would say when I first met her, before I worked here, I worked for a summer program, and I remember her walking in and introducing herself to our summer school staff, and everything just stopped as she walked in and heard the sound of her heels, and everybody looked at her like, wow, she's amazing. Not just because she was tall, but the way she just carried herself was just kind of like, wow. And it kind of inspired me to be like, I want to be like that. I want the room to stop when I walk through the door like that. Just, you could feel the positivity, the encouragement, the empowerment that she gave to everyone. And I knew that summer was going to be the best summer because the way she introduced herself, the way she carried herself to my summer school staff. And then from there, it's history. So that was my favorite memory of her. And I'll never let her forget it. So every time I hear those heels, you know it's coming.
I remember my first time meeting Ms. Meyer. I was at a teacher and counselor job fair, and I was walking by probably like 30 different tables in this one room at UMKC, and I was just walking past the this table, and Miss Meyer said, "Hey," and just really caught my attention and pulled me back in. And I just looked up to her, and I just remember, you know, she was so nice and so warm and welcoming and telling me about her school and just seemed so passionate about working here. And I knew when I came to my interview, I could feel that immediately walking into these doors.
So I remember the first time I met Mrs. Meyer, but I think the thing that like warms my heart the most is that I worked for her 2 years before starting this job when the middle school was at the Holly building, and it was just like subbing here and there and coaching for her like first girls like basketball team, and it was just like a summer thing. And then I was working at a title company at the time, and I was miserable there. And I remember getting a text message at like 11 something at night, and she's like, you know, it was just so inviting and so like, she's like, "Hey, like I just thought of you, we have a position open and I would love for you to come for an interview." And I'm like, okay, well, okay, sure. I'm not looking for a job, but sure, why not? And I came in, I was so nervous, and I sat down, and it was like the best interview I've ever had, the best feeling I've ever had. I've never felt like I've been at the right place at the right time, and she made that happen, and now I feel like I'm on the right path, and I just owe her so much because she's done a lot for me in my life.
Before I met Miss Meyer, I had met a parent whose child came here, and I remember her telling me, yeah, Miss Meyer is this like elegant lady who when she walks in the room, like you just hear her heels like clink on the floor, and all the kids like stop, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I want to meet her. And then I came in for my interview, and I'm like, wow, she's so pretty. And then I was like very intimidated, but she is honestly like the sweetest, most loving lady, and I think that we all see that, and I just feel like she cares for everyone she encounters, and she's just like a mom to all of us, and she's just amazing. Like I love her so much.
Did she tell you to take off your nose ring during the interview?
Yeah, I was like, okay.
She's like, would you be able to take that?
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
She is a mom.
Fun times. Okay, so meeting Mrs. Williams, it was very nerve-wracking because it's her first year here with us, and I know she was probably like kind of scared as well, just like everybody is in a new place. But I knew she was amazing when I found out that she was born on March 1st, because amazing people are born on March 1st. And we instantly clicked, and I feel like now she's a part of this, she made herself a part of this family really well, and she's adored and loved by all of us, and we cannot wait to continue to work with her and see all the amazing things that she'll be doing. And little Selena will be coming pretty soon, so I'm excited to meet her, and she's going to be amazing. You said what?
Selena, Rebecca, Claudia.
There you go. But Selena comes first, so just saying.
I think that Amy has been the perfect addition to our team. She's fit right in. We've had so much fun together, and really gotten, worked really hard. That's what we all do really well together, I think. I remember meeting her for the first time at a training before school started, and she was so warm and welcoming and friendly, and I'm really glad she's here.
I want to share a huge I just want to say I'm so grateful for Amy. I am so grateful for you. You are so amazing, and I remember when I was working here on a weekend, and I was locked out. I was locked out of the room that I was working in, and I didn't have a key, and I was hyperventilating. I was like freaking out because Claudia was out of town, and I had, I was the only one with that key, and I was like, who else has that key? And Miss Williams had that key, and she stopped what she was doing on a Saturday night, and she came and like rescued me, and I appreciate you so much, and I don't know if I thank you enough, but you do so much for me and so much for our school, and we love you.
My first memory of Amy, I remember we met her during the summer, and she was just super sweet, super inviting, and I just remember her already like calling shots and like, oh, what if we do this? Like, oh, let's do this here and all this stuff. And she was like already just like being like a part of our group, and I was like, wow, I really like her. And so,
We love you, Amy.
we love you guys.
Thank you, both of you.
Thank you
More than you know.
We love you.
And thanks Ms. Meyer and Ms. Williams being good models for great leadership.